Welcome. In this video I'm going to be taking a look at this Orblon brushless cordless chainsaw. So this was provided to me by the distributor, but they're not compensating me for this video and they're not reviewing it before I post it. If you find this video helpful and you want to purchase one of these, I'll put a link to it in the description on Amazon, and if you use that link it helps me out a little bit and doesn't cost anything extra. So this is a tool only, or a bare tool, so it does not come with a battery, and I'll get into that in a second. So let's get it opened up. So here we have the manual, safety glasses, and it looks like a toolkit. And here's the chainsaw itself. So you'll need to provide your own batteries. So there are a couple options. We have the Orblon battery, so you can get that separately. That fits right in there. Another option would be DeWalt 20 volt max batteries. So if you have one of these batteries, you can use it with this tool. So a lot of people are already in the DeWalt system. So they have a number of these batteries. You can connect it up to this chainsaw. So here I have a charger that charges these DeWalt batteries. You can also use a DeWalt charger, this or a different one, to charge the Orblon batteries. So this makes this tool great if you're in the DeWalt system, or if you buy the standalone and get the Orblon battery and later get some DeWalt tools, you can use that same battery. It's very nice. So before we get too far into that, let's take a quick look at the manual. Here we have some tech specs. You can pause and read through those. This talks about the different parts of the chainsaw, has protection over the blade, has protection for your hand here. It has an oil can and lubrication button, so it has built-in lubrication. It has a safety lock. It works for right and left-handed people. This talks about using the oiling system. You press on the bubble and it oils the chain. It says they recommend lubricating every 10 cuts. This talks about adjusting the chain tightness. You want to adjust it till there's 0.3 centimeters or 3 millimeter gap when pulling on the chain. This talks about removing the chain and how to replace the chain. This talks about charging the battery. Of course, this is a bare tool, so it did not come with that battery. And here's some more on the chainsaw. So you'll want to read through all of this and make sure you understand everything before you use it. Again, we have those safety glasses. Let's take a quick look in here. So here we have the file for sharpening it, extra chain, brush, hex key lube, and it looks like these are for putting the lube in. So let's look at this. So anytime you're working on it, you want to make sure you have that battery out of there. But it looks like it comes with a Phillips screwdriver. Looks to be pretty tight in there. Is that the same as this? So this is an extra screwdriver it comes with. See if I can pry that out. There we go. See if I can get that back in. Here we have the oil reservoir. So you'll fill that with oil. You'll press this to oil it. We have that lock, left, right. So the lock is off, I can pull the trigger. If I put it in the middle, it locks it. So this is a brushless motor, so that's going to give you more efficiency and longer life for your motor. It has safety over the chain and a chain guard. And here's the chain. We'll pull on it. It has about 3 millimeters of travel, so that's good. Let's get out the tape measure here. And the cutting area is just right at 4 inches. So this chainsaw is not made for people logging forests. It's really ideal for doing things like pruning. Maybe you have a branch that fell out of the tree. That's mostly what I cut up. This would work great for that. The nice thing about this is it's lightweight. So if you have weak hands or arms, this could work well. Let's open this up. We need to pull the guard up. There we go. So here you can see the bar. This is the drive mechanism here. To adjust the tension, we have a screw here, so that's why we have that screwdriver. But it looks good from the factory. Now, after running this a little bit, I may need to tighten it up. Make sure that clears. So let's connect the DeWalt battery to this, and we'll give it a little squeeze. Now I don't want to run it too much. I haven't lubed this yet, but it runs real smooth. Let's pop out my luggage scale here, get a weight on it. So the weight there is 2.36 pounds. So very lightweight. Of course, it also works with the Orblon battery. I'm going to put the oil in it. It does have a foil seal on it. And this nozzle here will need to be cut with a knife or pliers. I'll fill this up. I'm not going to do it on my bench here. And then I'll get some video testing it out. Okay, so I cut the tip off the nozzle and I'll fill up the oil here. So I filled up maybe about halfway. Put the cap back on. Now it might take a bit to prime this. I'll press down on the bulb. Okay, I see some there. So I'll run the chainsaw a bit. And I'll press on this to get some oil on it. Okay, and I'm seeing oil on the chainsaw, and it's getting back here on the saw. So, so when you're putting the oil in, you probably don't want to put this in on your dining room table or anything. Go outside and do it. Okay, so I'm out here in my garage, and normally I do this outside, but it's super windy out. It's easier to record in here, but we've had a super windy day, and just branches have been falling out of the trees. So I need to put these in my yard waste bin. Now, a lot of these are smaller. They'll snap easy, but sometimes when they're green, they don't snap easy, so they need to be cut up. And there are a number of different things you can use to cut these. Previously, I've used a reciprocating saw, but especially on the smaller stuff, it just shakes it really bad. So we'll try out the mini chainsaw on this and see how well it cuts up this small yard waste. Then I have a larger piece of wood, and then hopefully I'll be able to get outside when there's a break in the weather, and I'll do some pruning on a tree. So I currently have the Orbalon battery. I'll turn the lock off here, and I'll start cutting this. So let's try cutting these small ones. I can snap these, but just for a test. Cuts very easy. Now this one's a little more green. This does not snap as easy. It snapped there, but you had to kind of peel it off. So this is going to be more of what I would typically cut up anyway. And here I have a birch branch. It's a couple inches across. Let's cut a couple coins from this. There we go, cut through nicely. Let's cut it from this angle. So this battery has plenty of juice left in it. We have the indicator there. But let's go ahead and try out the DeWalt battery. I made a number of cuts, so we'll give this oiler some oil. We'll cut with that. So now I'll cut to a clip of pruning some trees outside. Okay, so I'm in a tree here, and I want to cut this branch off, so I'm going to undercut it here, just a little bit. Then I'll cut it just to the tree side of the undercut. Now I'll cut it closer to the tree. There's a little branch growing here. I'm going to cut that off real quick. And there we go, it's cut. Sorry for the bad camera angles. It's kind of hard to shoot and cut on a ladder at the same time. So that's the Orbalon 4-inch mini brushless chainsaw. I found that very easy to use. It's lightweight. I find this easier than using a reciprocating saw. I like that it has a guard on top of the blade and under the hand, and it has that built-in oiler. And the really nice feature of this is that you can use the Orbalon batteries, or you can use your DeWalt batteries with this. So this could be great for pruning trees, bushes, cleaning up yard waste, and other landscaping tasks. So that's all I'm going to cover in this video. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments. If you like this video, please click like. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, I'd appreciate if you could do that. And thanks for watching. Until next time, goodbye.